been telling you about the threatening weather at the Summer Nationals, and it finally hit. The rains came, causing a postponement of this race until this morning, as the finals are set to go in Pro Stock Eliminator. For the first time ever in the factory hot rod category, we have got two team cars. A pair of Oldsmobile Forenzas in the far lane. Don Kuntz at the wheel of the Kuntz and Clark car. Warren Johnson in the near lane. Both of them using 500 cubic inch Oldsmobile engines, and Don Kuntz has the advantage off the starting line. But it quickly is disappearing as Warren Johnson catches him and passes him right at the finish line. Johnson, 7.55 seconds. His speed over 184 miles an hour, and Oldsmobile couldn't lose in this final. WJ, your Pro Stock champion. At the start, you'll see again the advantage built up by Don Kuntz. By the time they pass the Christmas tree, Kuntz has got a couple of feet head start over Warren Johnson. They seem to be locked together as they approach the speed trap, and then all of a sudden, it is WJ speeding ahead and taking the win by about a car length. Johnson has got to be pleased with this victory. His driving right on target, the performance of his car outstanding, and Don Kuntz and his partner Albert Clark have got to be thrilled with their brand new Oldsmobile. This is a rematch now of 2 weeks ago. They met on the starting line at Saint Air in Canada for the finals of the Grand Nationals. Kenny Bernstein last year had 6 victories to his credit, an all-time record for funny car racing in one season. John Force has yet to win an NHRA national event. As we heard after the semifinal round, he's confident he can do it here. Kenny Bernstein and John Force. And it is Force smoking the tires. Bernstein streaks ahead, and for the second race in a row, Kenny Bernstein wins an NHRA national event title and extends his lead in his effort to repeat as the world champion. As we watch again, Force gains the advantage the first few feet off the starting line by virtue of a hole shot. Then the car begins to smoke the tires, losing traction on those huge slicks, which allows Kenny Bernstein to take a very easy win.
Kenny, a very nice 565. Congratulations.
Oh, super. Thank you, Steve. That was a good one. Again, to the Budweiser King crew, Dale and Jeff, Jim and Charlie, and Brad, they all did their job, and that's what it takes to win races.
And a whopping speed, 259 miles an hour.
Well, she ran out the back. We finally made it to the other end under full power. That's nice to see that. Good day here at the Budweiser Summer Nationals.
Indeed, and you leave here with your laps time record still intact, even though Mark Oswald took a good shot at it.
Well, let's do say that. Mark Oswald and Candies, they took a heck of a shot at it, but it stood, so there's another weekend coming, I'm sure.
There's your champion, John Force, has to settle for his 8th runner-up.
Car champion of the Budweiser Summer Nationals, a very elated Kenny Bernstein. His crew drives up. He receives congratulations all around. Bernstein continuing to extend his lead in that World Championship points chase. Darrell Gwynn wants to add to his points total with Don Garlits out of competition. Gwynn beginning to move up on Garlits. But Dick LaHaye wants to stop that march on those World Championship points chase. This, again, a rematch of just 2 weeks ago at the Grand Nationals. At that race, Darrell Gwynn came out on top. LaHaye last to stage. And it's a great start for Darrell Gwynn. Another brilliant run for the 24-year-old Florida-based driver. And Darrell Gwynn wins his second NHRA national event in a row with an elapsed time of 5.44 seconds. His speed over 265 miles an hour. What a weekend for Darrell Gwynn. As we look in slow motion replay, you see a tremendous advantage, nearly 0.06 of a second going to Darrell Gwynn. He just drives away from Dick LaHaye at the finish line. Gwynn has a several car length lead and the victory.
In only his sophomore season of Top Fuel Racing, 3 victories this year, 2 came back-to-back. 5:45, a wonderful driving job.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'd like to thank everybody again, once again, that's been involved with this car. They all know who they are. The crew did a hell of a job this weekend. I can't thank everybody enough. I just can't believe it.
What is your dad, Jerry? It looks like he's trying to remind you of something on the starting.
Well, there's a couple things to remember while you're driving this car, and a lot of times when you have abstractions like what I had the other day with Garlits and stuff, it's hard to do things right. And if you get reminded it the right last minute before you stage. It helps a lot of times.
Hit it hard. It looked like
Got
it
it.
was.
Well, that's the problem. I had trouble just barely touching the throttle off the start line. He's just telling me to grit my teeth and mash that thing, so.
I think you'll have a better night's sleep tonight than you did last night.
Yes, I'm sure I will. Thank you.
Congratulations again.
Our congratulations to all the winners. And remember, this Budweiser Summer National coverage, the first in a series of 6 events on USA Sports. The next one coming up Monday, August the 11th, the Mile High Nationals from Denver. For Steve Evans, I'm Dave McClellan, saying so long from Englishtown, New Jersey. The executive producer of Diamond P Sports is Harvey M. Palish, produced and directed by John B. Mullen. The 1986 Summer Nationals have been brought to you by Fram Bendix Autolite, which are all quality products of Allied Automotive, and by Ford. Have you driven a Ford lately? And by Budweiser. For all you do, this Bud's for you. And by Quaker State. Quaker State, the big Q, stands for quality. Always has, always will. Coverage of the 1986 NHRA Summer Nationals has been a presentation of Diamond P Sports.